Hi, I'm here to deliver my informative speech, and I have one audience member. First, I would like to welcome you all here. In this next few minutes, I would like us to imagine the best job ever. Imagine that you got a salary based on what you put into the position and not just the position itself. Okay, now let us look at a few more aspects of a job. Can anyone imagine a job that gives you a roller coaster of emotions all day long? You can have happiness, fear, anger, sadness, joy, frustration, all in one day. Okay, I think most of us can say that any job can give you those emotions and more. Now, what about a job that allows you to be a leader to future generations, be part of your community, and instill your godly values in your employees? But there's one thing: you don't receive a paycheck. Why would I want to work without a paycheck? Being a stay-at-home parent is a full-time job that's not like any other job. You do not get up at 8 and go to work and come home at 5. It is a 24-hour commitment 7 days a week. There will be times when your eyes will not want to stay open because you had a sick child in the middle of the night. There will be days when there wasn't enough time to complete all the tasks that you needed to get done. This job has the highest pay, but like I said, you will not receive a paycheck. That pay comes from knowing that you installed something in your children that will help them be part of a community later in life. So, being a stay-at-home parent is a full-time job that allows you to be part of a community, a leader to future generations, and all while being able to install God's values in your children. I would first like to look at being part of the community as a stay-at-home parent. The opportunity that you have to volunteer are endless when you are a stay-at-home parent. A 2010 census of Elizabethtown, Kentucky, where I currently live near, states that there are 28,531 people in the community. Out of those people, 6,996, a percentage of 42.10%, state that there are no religious contributors in their home. Another 50.43%, a total of 8,380 people, state that they are unknown of any religious contributors around them. Okay, so you might be scratching your head saying, okay, Connie, what does this have to do with being part of a community? Well, as a Christian, I have a unique responsibility as a stay-at-home parent to get out there and volunteer and lead people to Christ out of these numbers that don't know Him. Just not looking at the religious contributors of volunteering, though, as a stay-at-home parent, I am able to get out there and help the elderly neighbor next door carry in groceries. I am able to water the person around the corner's plants when they're out of town. I have a unique chance to be able to go out and take my children to nursing homes and spend time with the elderly. I can take my children to the library and volunteer as a reader and help other children learn to read. So not only as a stay-at-home parent am I reaching my family, I can reach people religiously in my community. I can also reach others to help our community succeed. A community that stays together and comes together, not even in the good times, but the bad as well, is a community that can succeed. Secondly, as a stay-at-home parent, I would like to talk to you about the opportunity to be a leader to future generations. As soon as a person becomes a parent, their role in life changes. That takes them from being responsible just for themselves to being an example for somebody else. As a parent, you are the first ones to teach your children how to walk, talk, read, manners, how to set goals and achieve them, and how to have respect for others. The Journal of Labor Economics in July 2014 stated in an article written by Eric Bettinger, Taborn Hedrod, and Mary Ray wrote, "It is unclear whether an increase in the mother's labor force has a positive effect or negative effect on the child's well-being." This article goes on to say there are cases where the children are left unsupervised at home of working parents, and that often they have less discipline and less self-confidence. Another article written by Carolyn J. Henrich in the Future of Children Journal of 2014 wrote, "Research finds that low-quality jobs are linked with higher work stress for parents, which in turn derails the child's well-being. These low-quality jobs often do not have sick leave options. They do not offer the opportunity to leave work to take care of a sick child or rush to the school if they are in trouble. And this adds stress to the parents, which in turn rolls over on the children feeling their stress. Unsupervised children often lack guidance on how to handle situations without having a parent there to confide in when they're in trouble. Being a leader to your children is important so that the example you set for them allows them to see how to handle stress, how to confide and respect their elders in situations like at school, with their teachers, and later in life with their bosses at work. Also, sometimes parents who are not around for their children try to make up with gifts and not disciplining as much because they're not around. And so in return, that's not teaching our children how to be disciplined later in life. These children usually rebel and have school issues or behavior issues that could have been prevented with having a parent at home to guide them in the right way. Being a parent at home allows you to reduce the stress and demonstrate to your children that when stress does occur, how to tackle it without negative actions. A stay-at-home parent has the ability to help their children set goals and achieve them by being there to monitor and guide them in the right ways of how to set these goals. Being able to confidently and properly handle situations or mistakes provides a learning environment to the child to prepare for a time in their future careers. The third and final thought about being a stay-at-home parent I would like to discuss with you is being able to install God's value in your children. In a growing society that religion is frowned upon and we have to take into consideration other people's feelings and not offend them, it is important to teach our children what we believe in. The Bible over and over tells us certain verses, like in Proverbs 26:5, train a child in the way he should go. And that verse actually states, start children off the way that they should go, and even when they are old, they will not turn from it. The words of God is written in the Bible, and many times we are told to train and instruct kids in the ways of God so that they can know how Jesus Christ is our Savior, and no matter what religion one may be, a stay-at-home parent has the opportunity to install those beliefs in their children. It is important that religious traditions and beliefs, especially now in an age where religion is being prosecuted, that these traditions and our beliefs are passed down to our children. When I was younger, my mother never took us to church on Sunday. My mother never talked to me about her beliefs. I really can't tell you if when I was a child if my mom believed in God or not. It wasn't until that I was an adult that I went out and I attended church and became a Christian and was saved and baptized. But my mother never taught me that. So I can't recite Bible verses. I can't tell you that I was blessed as a child to sit down and have dinner and have prayer before we spoke. But now that I'm a parent, I am able to sit down and have Bible study with my children. And I am able to pray before we eat and install what I believe in my children so that from the start they have a good chance to be a great Christian throughout all of their lives. I know that many people financially cannot afford to be a stay-at-home parent. It is difficult. And it is not a job for everyone. But if being a stay-at-home parent is something that you're interested in, you are able to be a part of a community, be a leader to future generations, and install your values of your faith in your children. I thank you for taking the time to discuss being a stay-at-home parent as a full-time job, and I hope you have a wonderful day.